Welcome back to Giga. In this video, you'll step into a world where every ton of steel on the move carries risk, and sometimes even a laugh when the unbelievable turns out to be real. Remember, watch for entertainment, learn from it, but don't make yourself the test subject out on the job site. Now, buckle up and let's get started. You see, one impact was all it took to turn that truck into a shattered toy. If this were a movie scene, everyone would say it's over the top. But no, this is 100% real. Every journey has an end. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we witness the brutal and spectacular final curtain for a Volkswagen TDI. It's judge, not time, not rust, but a steel beast, an excavator armed with a bucket weighing tons, playing the role of judge, jury, and executioner. With each crushing blow, the car is twisted and shattered, erased as if it had never existed. This is why you should never assume a train will yield to you on the tracks. It's really old and really long, but it packs tremendous power. This isn't just driving, it's a performance of perfect synergy between man and machine, where the power of the engine meets the skill of the driver. Comment number 1 if you've never seen this in real life.
Вот так вот.
Skip checking the bridge's load limit And the result is a free bath for both the truck and its driver. Well done. This is exactly what brotherhood among drivers looks like. Never leaving a friend behind in tough times. What an honor. Think you've seen heavy hauls before? Forget it. This isn't cargo transport. This is moving an entire mountain. What you're looking at is a single massive boulder weighing 102 tons. That's heavier than a blue whale, heavier than a main battle tank. And how do you move something like this? You need a mechanical centipede, an engineering marvel with dozens of wheels, each steering independently with millimeter precision. This is why winter drivers should always carry tire chains and recovery gear. If you've ever been stuck in the snow, share your survival tips with everyone in the comments.
Затаскивай на щит его.
Welcome to one of the most brutal battles of strength, the fight against winter. Right before us is a head-to-head showdown between a Soviet beast, the DT-75, and a heavy logging truck. The goal? To conquer a road so treacherous that even walking across it would be a challenge. This is clear proof misjudge the ground, and a truck can quickly become prey to the mud. With an excavator, even the toughest jobs become possible, including pulling a car. This time, the crane played the hero in the rescue, and the moment it turned its back, it became the victim itself. Inside a steel plant, a worker made a split-second mistake. He tossed wet waste into a blazing furnace. Seconds later, the moisture met the extreme heat, and the reaction was explosive. A stream of molten metal shot out like lava, nearly hitting everything around it. The worker was lucky to survive, but this is a chilling reminder. In places like this, one careless move is all it takes to unleash disaster. Before us is one of the wildest, most death-defying transport operations ever caught on camera. A concrete mixer truck, weighing tens of tons, is dangling mid-air, suspended by just a few cables, as if it were nothing more than a toy. But a single strong gust of wind, one faulty cable, or even the slightest miscalculation could have turned this into one of the costliest fails ever, sending that truck crashing down like a giant concrete bomb. Fortunately, this high-stakes lift touched down safely in the end. In this case, the best way is to unload the cargo first before starting the recovery. A steel knight straight into the frozen swamp and went down with no way out. See that? Just one careless reverse, and a peaceful moment turns into total chaos. This is terrifying. Like, does anyone know what's going on? To operate a beast like this, you're not just driving, you're commanding a controlled earthquake. And this is how it works, a symphony of engineering and madness. Beneath that cab isn't just an engine, it's a mobile power plant, a massive diesel block roaring with enough torque to tear the road apart. You know what? Today our little Kamaz isn't hauling cargo. It's testing out a half-floating, half-sinking spa service. This time the truck driver is practicing the skill of overtaking at almost the same speed while blocking every vehicle behind. Welcome to Siberia, where even the simplest jobs turn into a battle for survival. Look at that fearless commander perched precariously on the trailer, signaling like a conductor in a symphony of chaos. And inside the cab, the operator has to be nothing short of an artist. Guiding this beast of a machine with precision down to the very last centimeter. Looks like the driver got a little desperate, almost turning his own truck into a submarine. Before us stands a battle tank, a machine built for destruction, struggling to conquer a slick metal ramp in order to climb onto its trailer. This is a life or death gamble. The entire weight of the tank rests on just two fragile contact points. One slip on the frozen surface, one push of the throttle too far, and this war machine could slide back down, or worse, tilt sideways and become a $1 million wreck of steel. Look at this rescue. It's just like fishing, except the catch weighs tens of tons. In the end, the truck rises out of the water like a massive steel whale. In just a few seconds, rescue turned into wreckage.
Toca atracarla por allá.
Working in snow and ice without checking the rope's load capacity, double the risk. In the middle of the white sea of snow, they hauled up a beast thought to have vanished. You won't believe this drop until you see it with your own eyes. A collision with the force of an incoming storm of steel. Before us is a display of raw power and precision from the wheel loader. Watch as a cascade of gravel pours from its massive bucket, a scene that's as breathtaking as it is mighty. In this mud, a heavy truck is no different from an elephant stuck in a swamp. Parking a truck takes more than muscle. It requires precision coordination down to the last inch. The compact yet muscular Terex Mini slowly slides down, like a fighter stepping into the ring. Every movement of the boom, every tilt of the bucket is precise to the centimeter, keeping the machine's body perfectly steady without the slightest sway. Some lane changes can slow down an entire city. The wooden steed has slipped and fallen on winter's icy stage. a swift ending to an over-the-top muscle flex. A reverse angle shot without even needing a drone. A massive bulldozer weighing tens of tons is being lowered, without any hydraulic rams to help. With no powerful lift cylinders, every move now depends entirely on the operator's precision and the perfect alignment of the pivot points. Each centimeter of movement feels like a gamble with gravity. This is the kind of moment only operators who truly understand their machine, love it, and trust their own skills would dare to attempt. And today, I just witnessed it. This is proof that the more you struggle, the deeper you sink. A heavy-duty machine submerged underwater is an extremely challenging task, requiring specialized equipment and advanced techniques. Previous attempts using 2 soil compactors to pull it out had failed. In the end, an excavator had to be brought in, and it took additional time before the machine was finally lifted out. By then, it was already dark. The sound of metal smashing against rock echoed through the canyon walls, a moment no one ever wants to hear. Comment number 1 if you've ever witnessed a scene like this in real life. Right before my eyes, a 12-wheeled beast from a shock leyland lay helplessly on its side by the roadside. A massive hulk of steel that once seemed invincible, now exposed in the dust with the groan of bending metal. Then the recovery truck appeared. Not loud, not hurried, but like a seasoned warrior stepping onto the battlefield. And then the moment came. The entire 12-wheeler slowly rose, like a fighter getting back on his feet. Just a few seconds of distraction, and the front end turns into a sculpture. An intersection isn't a racetrack. High speed just gets you to the repair shop faster. Standing here and watching this scene, you'll understand what it means to have mechanical power packed into every movement. The Volvo L150G towers like a beast, its bucket almost the size of a small room, swallowing an entire load of earth, sand, and gravel with every drop. That's when you realize, when humans and machines reach perfect harmony, even the toughest jobs turn into a spectacular performance. He won't be able to get out on his own. Everything has its limits.
No вот интересно. Первый раз у нас подобная ситуация, что...
A 1,000 horsepower working together to keep balance during a dangerous tilt.
There we go, that's not bad.
กูเอาเร็วนะเวลากูรู้นะต้องไปเนาะบอกเลยมีประสบการณ์สูงกูต้องมาเฮ็ด
Like a mechanical beast stumbling in the middle of the construction site.
บอกเลยมันก็เม็ดมาอยากมาน่ะสู้เบิ่งดีๆเด้อ
When you say hit the car and your buddy takes it as hit it at all costs, talk about a landing, just not in the intended spot. In a vast quarry, we're witnessing a dance of giants. The Volvo L260H wheel loader is powerfully and precisely pouring loads of rock into the bed of a Caterpillar 772 off-highway truck. This is daily work, the backbone of the mining industry. The coordination between these two machines may look simple, but it demands absolute precision. This is where professionalism shines. Yet it's also a place where just one moment of carelessness from a fool could spark a costly disaster. Just one wrong move and tons of steel turn into a sideways waterfall. If it were you, how would you get it back up safely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is the first time I've seen a job like this. Either the truck tips over or the cable snaps, and then the disaster gets even worse. The cable is stretched to the limit, lifting the iron beast from the water inch by inch. In front of me is a 16-wheeled steel beast stuck deep in the mud. Normally, this would be the end of any delivery, but not today. From a distance, two excavators appear like heavyweight warriors charging into battle. Without a moment's hesitation, their buckets plunge down, slicing through the earth around the tires, each powerful scoop working to free their giant friend. The moment that machine's body lifted out of the mud pit, I could truly feel the strength and skill of the operators. They weren't just controlling the machine, they were controlling the situation. This is what makes me believe that for machine enthusiasts, nothing is more satisfying than watching two machines conquer the mud together. Under an unimaginable weight, the bridge buckled and warped. The driver is now trapped in a true no-win situation, stranded on a dying bridge. This is no ordinary fail. Let's see how they managed to get out of this one. Without a slope, the driver still took the truck up to the clouds. You can hear the engine roaring in bursts, as if angrily challenging the weight in the slick, treacherous road ahead. Its relentless pull crawls through the mud like a wild beast that knows no fatigue. Watching this, you realize the true strength of a tractor isn't just in its horsepower, but in its grit and ability to endure the harshest conditions, something only the giants of the forest possess. This is why you never underestimate the pulling power of a heavy-duty truck. With the right coordination, even 25 tons is no big deal.
И сейчас попробуем дать еще растягу. Нам сейчас...
Not checking the load weight and the crane's condition before lifting, this is the consequence. The massive steel machine brought down entire sections of the wall. Before lifting, think about the balance point, or you'll learn the hard way from this drop. When you think excavators only work on land, here's your answer. Right in front of us is a true mechanical giant, mounted on a floating barge. Its mission is to dredge the riverbed, lifting tons of mud and rock from the depths below. But the balance here is razor thin. Just one overly forceful bucket swing, a miscalculation of the wet material's weight, or a sudden wave, and the whole setup could pull off a classic flip and turn into an accidental submarine. It's clear he ran into a power line on the road, but it's a relief to see he's still safe. It's clear that such fragile bridges could never withstand that kind of weight. The moment that Caterpillar D8T rolled into view, I knew I was about to witness pure power and precision at its finest. This 40-ton steel giant was being carefully guided onto a specialized transport trailer. It was a perfect display of harmony between mechanical strength and human skill. The kind of moment I can't get enough of, when massive machines move with the grace of finely tuned instruments. This is a lane change, a little over the top. When you think you're a skier, but you're actually driving an excavator. Comment number 1 if you think the driver's handling was amazing. Like unleashing a beast that's just broken free from its chains. It looks like the red light has been completely forgotten today. Driving a truck on snow, just a little too much throttle and tons of cargo will take you somewhere you don't want to go. Back to the Iron Age, we've got a true relic from the past, a cable-operated excavator still working tirelessly. This isn't one of those smooth hydraulic machines you see today. This is pure mechanical muscle, running on a web of pulleys and steel cables pulled tight like guitar strings. Its job? Loading material onto a freight train. But one tiny mistake in handling those cables, and that multi-ton bucket could turn into a massive wrecking ball, smashing train cars or triggering a catastrophic chain reaction. Here, the line between masterful skill and disaster is just one moment of lost focus. Do you think this is skill or a reckless move? Leave a comment below. Comment number 3 if you think the excavator is the hero of the day. The car surfaced from the pit like a whale breaching out of the water. Right before my eyes, that steel beast slowly moved down into the stream, its chains grinding against the rocks with a thunderous roar, like war drums. Water splashed high, washing over its undercarriage, but the bulldozer kept plowing forward without a moment's hesitation. It looks like that pipe has figured out how to take down those machines. He had to pay the price after making a mistake. A steel beast crawls forward, slowly tearing into the earth. Each drop of the blade hits like a giant knife, slicing through decades of packed soil and rock. You can feel the weight of tens of tons pressing down on the cutting edge, flattening towering mounds into smooth ground in seconds. Stand close, and the tremors under your feet will tell you why a bulldozer is called the shapeshifter of an entire job site. This isn't just mechanical power, it's the art of sculpting the land. One careless second on the slope, and the whole shipment goes to waste. witnessing one of the most extreme heavy haul operations ever, relocating a Komatsu PC 8000 mining excavator, a true giant in the world of machinery. A deep pit, a heavy load, and a rescue mission not for the faint of heart. And then, the mud monster was unleashed from its swampy prison. The load seems to have been unbalanced, which led to this situation. From lying in the road to standing on it, all it took was one sudden jolt. Every powerful swing of the bucket was like breaking free from the ice's grip, and every crawl of the tracks was another step toward freedom. You could see the white mass tearing apart, cracking under the pressure of tons of steel. And then, it sprang up, stretching free from that snowy trap. In that moment, it wasn't just machinery, it was the embodiment of strength, determination, and skill, coming together in a spectacular escape. A minute ago, it was stretching tall. The next, it was frozen like a statue. No one expected today's construction to come with a deep diving segment. A steel beast from the 1970s, and I swear its engine sounds like it's pulling back memories from the golden age of heavy machinery. The paint has faded, the chassis bears the deep scars of decades on the job site, yet when the engine roars to life, the sound is deep and powerful, like the growl of an old predator whose hunting instincts are still razor sharp.
Закат станции мы въебли. Станции газ полный.
One wrong move with an excavator can mean a week of repairs and a serious safety risk. And here, the biggest challenge of the day begins. Just one look, and you can feel the poise of a machine that has conquered countless harvests in construction projects. Every movement of the lever, every turn of the gear radiates precision and decades of accumulated engineering expertise. This isn't just a machine, it's a testament to endurance. A powerful engine, smooth control mechanisms, and the ability to handle a wide range of terrains and tasks, from tilling soil, grading land, to hauling heavy loads. A memorable rollover, and definitely one to learn from. When you think you're the king of off-road, but the mud thinks otherwise. If those truck fails cracked you up, hit that like button, share it with your crew, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. See you in the next video. It's only getting wilder from here.